Governor Lee has embarked on what he is calling the Build With Us tour in rural and urban sections of Tennessee to celebrate implementation of the $3.3 billion Transportation Modernization Act. We caught up with the governor in East Tennessee for groundbreaking of projects on the Alcoa Highway.
What a great day to be in Knoxville, and what a great day to be here to talk about infrastructure and transportation in Tennessee. Wow, what a difference a year can make. A year or so ago, the governor was crisscrossing our state, listening to people and talking about prioritizing infrastructure and transportation in Tennessee. So here we are today, here to celebrate really two occasions. We're here to celebrate the passage of the Transportation Modernization Act of 2023, which we just passed this past year in the legislature. And we're also here, as Dexter said, to do a groundbreaking for this massive project. What this will allow us to do is to start looking at being able to do bigger projects, faster projects, and being able to deliver projects more quickly. And so we certainly are excited about what this new Transportation Modernization Act is going to mean for all Tennesseans.
Commissioner and I started 3 years ago, flying around the country, looking at high growth states, looking at problem areas across the country to put together the best practices and a strategy for Tennessee that was unique to us and that would solve some of the greatest challenges that we have in transportation in particular. And if you're going to be one of the fastest growing states in America, and you're going to have companies coming here from all across the world and investing in areas like Knox County and East Tennessee, when you're going to have traffic and commerce and economic activity like you see in Alcoa Highway, then if you don't invest in the future of that, then you will stop all of that from happening, frankly. And we know that. So when we started looking at this, we were thinking about what Tennessee's going to look like in 20 years. And what is it that we should do today to make sure that 20 years from now, that we're glad that we came together and collaborated to make this happen. At the end of the day, I do wake up thinking about how we are going to implement things in this state that make life better for every single Tennessean. I think when we are investing in roads and bridges and highways and economic development to create opportunity for Tennesseans, we're doing just that. You know, when the work began on the improvements of the Alcoa Highway, for example, part of the challenge was that you had crossings that were dangerous, you had too many entrances and exits that were not managed properly. That's a part of what this project will do. In total, it's $1 billion investment on the Alcoa Highway from the beginning to the end of this construction project. And it'll be a much more efficient road on which to travel. It'll be a much safer place to travel. It'll make sure that people can get to and from where they need to be safely and in a shorter period of time. So this is just one example of the multiple projects we're doing across the state that will make the infrastructure of Tennessee more amenable for Tennesseans. I think the pressure on me is to provide opportunity for Tennesseans. That's what inspired us and pressured, as it were. Inspiration is what the pressure is to get roads built, because when we do that, Tennesseans' lives are changed. We started 3 years ago traveling this country looking at high-growth states. Tennessee's one of the highest growing states in the nation. So we need to prepare for what's coming in this state. And what's actually happening right now, we're behind in building roads. We need to find a way to build more of them without raising taxes and without going into debt. And that's part of what this piece of legislation did, is create a vehicle for funding that allows us to put more money into roads without raising taxes on Tennesseans. So what pressured me is the same thing that inspired me, which is how do we make life better for Tennesseans?
Stay with us. This week continues in a moment.